Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, hi, my name is Adara and you're watching Life with Ada Beke. Yes. So as you can see, I have a very special guest here and I'm not in my normal setting. Obviously, if you've been watching my vlogs, you would know that I'm in St. Louis. I came to St. Louis for my sister's graduation and my whole family was here and I decided to do a YouTube video with this sister. You might be wondering why she's the only one in this video when I have other sisters. But it's because this particular story that I'm going to be telling her, the others already know about it. She's the only one that doesn't know. So I wanted to, so I wanted to capture like her reaction to the video, to the story live, if that makes sense. So only say hi to everybody.
Hi.
We just came back from brunch, so like everybody's looking gorgeous. She did makeup, but me, I've not done. I not do. But okay, let me start with the story. I remember some time ago, I actually mentioned on this channel, like during, I think it was my monetization video, I had mentioned how I'd been going through a lot. Like, I'd just been going through a lot, school-wise, housing-wise in particular. And like, I was essentially betrayed. Like, I sometimes I feel like I'm too trusting. Like, I trust people. I believe in the best about people, and they end up letting me down. So, like, I was living with roommates before. Like, it was very, very difficult for me to find housing on campus. Like, not on campus, like where I go to school. It was very difficult for me. Like, I started looking for housing in April of last year. And I didn't find housing till July. And that was like a miracle. It was because like one person who was supposed to live in that house had ended up deferring her admission. So there was a space. But unfortunately, like the house just wasn't super conducive for me. Like they weren't terrible people or anything, but the way they lived their life, like, yeah, it just didn't align. Like sometimes they wouldn't do dishes for like 2 days, like 3 days even. Sometimes folks wouldn't take out their trash. Like, it was just things like that. Like, the girl I lived there, I don't think she ever washed the bathroom, ever. Like, for a whole year, I was the one doing it. In fact, there was one time I, like, went on strike to see if she would end up washing the bathroom, but she never did it. Like, our gas cooker was the only one who ever cleaned it, ever. Like, they would, like, let the food burn, everything on it, never clean it. The only time they would ever clean was when their friends were coming over. So like it was like, oh, we're having friends over, so they would clean, like, and then they would have friends over like all the time and they would make so much noise. Like, we are students, like we're professional students, but there was even one, like there were multiple times I was awakened from sleep around like 2 a.m. because of noise, and I had to like text them, hey, like people are making noise. Like, so it was just things like that. Like they would have people sleep over and I would like literally, because my own bathroom was downstairs, so I'd be coming downstairs not knowing that anybody's downstairs, like in my towel, and there's people sleeping there, like crazy stuff like that. So, like they were just, it just ended up causing all this friction. And so I knew by like December that I was gonna move out. I knew like I wasn't gonna stay there, right? So in the process of that, like there was this girl I had been meaning, I was supposed to have roomed with that last year, but because of like, people hadn't met each other, I still felt like there were a lot of things were not aligning at that point. So I didn't end up like living with her, obviously. So around that December time, I approached her again. I was like, oh, are you going to the place you're living, are you going to still continue living there? You understand? She said no, that she's definitely moving. And I was like, okay, are you down to like, live together? We'll get a 2-bedroom and stuff. She said, yeah, sure. So this was like maybe December before I traveled to Nigeria. Then February again, I asked her, I was like, oh, are you down? Like
this year?
Yes, I kind of started looking at places. And she said yes, that she's definitely like, that she too, she has started looking at places. As I was like, oh, no problem. So I would be the one, I would like, be looking on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, all these places. If I see anything that's nice, I'll send to her. And some places were like, they needed the moving too early, like in March or April, we'll end up removing it. But I now told her, so my lease right, at my current place didn't end till July. But my whole thing was that because my roommates were also moving out, I knew that like as in maybe we might be able to make something work, you understand? So I think come March or thereabouts, come March, my roommates told me that they had found a place, a 3-bed for themselves, that and it was so good that they had signed a lease to start in May 1st. So that if I was also moving around that May, then we would all just move out together. And even though our lease expired in July, we would be able to like maybe get people to fill it in that will now just take over, you understand? So I was like, oh, okay, that sounds good. So I told this girl, okay, that my ideal situation would have been to move out in June because school would have been over and everything. But if we find somewhere that is a May moving date, you understand, I'm available because my roommates have told me this thing. You understand? You get what I mean? I told her I'm available. So I asked her, when is your availability? She said ideally her own too will be June, but she can also do May. So I now felt more comfortable sending her places that were also open May 1st, May 15th, that kind of thing. So we found this place, like I found this place, and the place was very nice, you understand? Like on this marketplace, they didn't really do a good job with the pictures, but we're like, okay, you know, and I sent this place to her. So prior to this, this is another important part. Prior to this, I had told her what my budget would be. She told me what her budget would be, and our budget together, like as in I was like, so I was anything that was over that budget, I did not even send. I didn't even like try. So everything I was sending, this is very important because everything I was sending was within that budget, our combined budget.
Can I ask how much?
So I think my top was like 1.5 individually, so like 2, and hers was like maybe 1.6. So I think together was like 3. So I didn't look at anything that was more than 3,000 combined, and 3,000 was like the highest, you understand? So then like I kept on looking at everything. So I found this was, so now this is like maybe beginning of April. This is like beginning of April now. I found maybe April 10th or something. Found this place. We decided to go for the viewing. This place was 10 minutes away from school. Very nice. We went there.
In the same school?
Yes, we're in the same school. We're in the same class. Very nice. The place was like very open, bright. It was just a lovely, welcoming place. We didn't really have any neighbors. Like everything, it was a beautiful place. Like I was so happy, you understand? And she also loved it. Like, so I was like, okay, we're on the same page with that. Even when we left, I was like, do you like this place? She was like, that yes, she loves it. Like she was in love, blah, blah, blah. That any other place that we look at is going to be like, you know, like they are competing against this place, that kind of. So I was like confident that, okay, you understand, like it's not just me that likes it. And so there was a place that she had looked at last year when she was looking for housing, right? There was a place she had looked at last year when she was looking for housing. And that place, like, she was like, oh, maybe the place might now be available. So she was going to contact the landlord. I said, no problem. Contact the landlord.
Was it 2-bed as well?
Yes, it was also 2-bed, but it was also cheaper. But she has never actually seen it. So we like contact the landlord, so at least we can schedule a viewing, you know, we can have our options. There was another place we both went to see as well. She didn't like it. You understand? She didn't like it. I was like, I don't like it. We scratch it off. So I think this was Easter. So Easter, I traveled for the conference, the AMEC conference. You two folks know I traveled for AMEC conference. So she was able to go and view the place during Easter. And she called me. She was like, oh my God, it's lovely. That she loves it, everything. But that for that place now, so this place that me and her went to see and she loved.
The first place.
Yes, this was they wanted a May 1st movie, which she said was okay, you understand, and which I knew was now okay because, you know, but this other place was a June 1st movie, which also still worked for me, you understand? So I was like, okay, no problem. I come back on Sunday. Once I come back, I can go and view the place. You understand? So she said it's lovely. I was excited. So okay, it's even cheaper than that other place and it's lovely. I was ready to go and view this place. Come that Sunday when I came back from the conference, I called her. I was like, oh, should I drive or are you going to come and pick me? You understand? Then she told me, well, actually, that the landlord said that he's going to extend the tenancy for the people there, so they won't be able to move out till maybe middle of August. I said, so it means that it's not it's not an option anymore. Like, as in, June was in fact July could have even walked small safe, you understand? But August, where am I going to? I said, where am I going to live? So I was like, what did you plan on? She planned on living with her auntie. I said, okay, what about me? Like, where am I supposed to live in this meantime? She said, well, like, okay, that we'll still talk to them. I said, okay, maybe I talk to them more, like, you understand? Take note, at this point, these people now that this other place had approved us. The guy said, oh, that he likes us and approved us and wants us to live there. And I asked her, she said, okay, no problem. Take note, she also filled that the application, sent in all her materials to be approved. And this is so important because to show that I was not forcing anybody, she was also ready as well. And so we were approved, like, as in, I was like, okay, since this guy's zone is August, like this other one is, we're ready to move on with it. Time kept on going. That week passed, she didn't tell me anything. We were supposed to sign the lease now on April 22nd or something. Take note, this is like maybe 10 days to when I have to move out. Because at this point now, I've told my roommate that I'm moving out May 1st. In fact, we found people to take over our lease.
Oh, really?
You understand? Who are ready to move in that, and our landlord has agreed, which is a very rare thing because as in, to break your lease, you understand, he has agreed to allow us to my time is ticking. May 1st, you have to be out of here.
And there's no way you can rescind whatever you said? No,
because we found people and like, it was so hard for us to even do that, that if we rescind, I might mess up. It's just a whole lot of mess. So I was like, she said, okay, that she will call me the next day, which is Monday. Monday, she didn't call me. Tuesday, she didn't call me. Wednesday, she now called me. She was like, well, that, like, that she's still thinking that she was asking me, oh, what am I going to do? Like, what are we going to do and everything? She was like, that she doesn't know about this place. So she was not like, I explained my whole situation to her and everything. She was like, okay, no problem. That she will let me know tomorrow. Take note, this is Wednesday. We're supposed to be signing our list on Saturday. She was like, that she will let me know tomorrow and everything. The tomorrow, which was Thursday, came. She didn't tell me anything. Friday came. She didn't tell me anything. Friday at 10 p.m. is when she texted me. Well, I don't know about that, but I can't do that place. It's too expensive.
Really?
Take note, this is the day before we're supposed to sign a lease. A week before I'm supposed to be out of that house. I don't have any other option. It's not like you can just, the way New York housing is set up, like you can't just, you understand? Oh, you find something immediately. Like, it was so crazy. I was so sad. Like, because what was I supposed to do? And she's not even, like, no remorse.
Yeah, right.
Like, doesn't feel like anything she did was bad. Like, led me astray. So now I had to call the landlord the next day and tell him what happened. And he even felt sorry for me. Like, was like, I'm so sorry, like, that happened to you and everything. And then immediately I had to start looking for a place. I had to start looking for another place.
Just
because
for yourself.
Yes, I had to start looking for a single and everything. Thank God I was able to find a place. In fact, the woman wanted a June 1st move in, but I begged her that please, like, because there were some things that were still in that place. I was like, I don't mind you slowly moving those things out when I'm still there, but like, I need to get out of here. So that's how I was able to find that place. But like, what hurt me so much about this girl is because at every step I kept you in the loop. She now started telling me that actually, well, her lease at her current place doesn't end till May 31st. I'm like, are you just finding this out?
You get?
Yeah. It was so irritating, you understand? Like, did you not know that your lease ended May 31st when you were telling me that you were there when the landlord said it needs May 1st? I was even the one that said, oh, I'll see what I can do, when you were saying, yes, May 1st work for me, May 1st work for me.
You send documents.
You send documents, because I'm talking, you have to write when the lease started. So you knew when it was starting. And then you led me on, didn't say anything, you were not communicating. Now, whenever she doesn't even talk to me, and we're like involved in like similar things. Like, doesn't even talk to me. And like, I feel so disgusted by her because I'm like, you're such a terrible person. Like, that was such a cowardly way of doing things. Like, at the end of the day, I'm just so disappointed in how she didn't even have the courage to say anything and led me on for so long, which ended up causing me so much anxiety. Like, I literally ended up having to move. Like, our exam was on Monday and I moved Saturday. So the entire week before our exam, I was just going through it, like trying to figure out. I didn't find where I was going to live till the Thursday before.
Did she ever apologize?
Never. When she sees me, it's like she's running away because she knows that she did something wrong.
Right.
Like, but she never even had the guts to say sorry. Never even had the guts to like own up that she even did something wrong.
I think it's worse that like you guys see each other everywhere and she
Yes.
has the balls to do this kind of
Yes,
thing.
as in, and doesn't really think that she did anything wrong. Actually, I don't think she feels like she did anything wrong. Like,
Maybe she
and
wants to live with her auntie.
me, I don't know, but like, and I thought we would have been friends. You know, she seemed like a really nice person. But just like, man, one thing I hate is flaky people. Like people who flaky, just terrible. Like that's a terrible attitude to have. Like to literally know what my situation was, for me to have been transparent from the beginning, and like you just treat it like nothing. You understand? But that's the story. Like I was, imagine going through all this, having an exam coming up, having CPCs and, you know, small groups, like calling people, like once you leave school, you are calling people to find housing. You are like having to go for showings, viewings. Like I went through so much. There was even one person I went to view her apartment. The lady said that you cannot be having too many guests as per your even family members.
Does she live in the same apartment?
Yes, like a bit, but like they don't like people coming over like to come and visit you.
It's not your house.
I don't understand, bro. Meaning what?
When these landlords start giving too many
rules,
just
I was like, I beg.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe she's tired and she don't want people to be using, because like it includes, is everything inclusive. Maybe she don't want to overuse her electric or whatever. But like that's crazy.
Yes.
Like that is no, but it's crazy. Like you can't even have anybody. Like
I know that's a very
like she's trying to find out, oh, how close is your closest relative? Guy, what?
What does that mean?
So that she will know like what the possibility of people visiting you. I'm telling you, like no. So I really went through it.
But wait, those people you were living with, why are you one doing all the cleaning?
A lot of times, yeah.
Like
I was the only one that cleaned the bathrooms that I used. Like I was the only one that ever cleaned the gas cooker. There was a time that like they would leave food part. We did not have a
plunger.
No garbage disposal. So Sunday they would leave food particle in the sink after washing. So they won't clean the sink. Like, you know, like let's say, like, and they don't, you know how if you finish eating, you clear your plate into the trash before you go. They will leave everything. So sometimes they'll finish, they'll wash the plate, and all those things they left will be there. So you come out the next one and there'll be ants in your sink.
Are you serious?
I went through it. When I say I went through it. Like I was like,
people do share a bathroom?
I shared with one person. Yeah. In fact, in the beginning when we started living, like she would leave hair like everywhere. Like you come out, the whole floor, that hair. I was just like, what is going on here? Like there's one day I saw a new toothbrush. I was like, so do we have a new See, it was a lot. It was a lot. Like I just didn't feel comfortable. It didn't feel like my own space. I felt like I was on borrowed space. And the three of them were friends, so it felt like gang up. Like you can't, like you understand, like you can't really talk to anyone because like nobody they listen. So, but at the end of the day, I'm happy where I am right now. Like I have my own space.
Is it bigger than your previous space?
Yeah, obviously, because that other place I had just a room, like in a house. This is not a house. Like this is just a, like, but it's mine. It's cozy, it's comfortable. If I come back, it's just me. Anyhow I kept it, it's how I'll come and meet it. You understand? Like so, it really changes the dynamics. Like I'm so happy, but that's the story. That's what I was going through. Like it was a lot, and if you're somebody like that, like change. This is the time to change.
No, for real, man.
Like being a flaky person is a terrible attitude. Like it's a terrible attribute to have. Terrible attribute. And if this guy ever watches that video, somebody that watches it knows her. Pele, or for you.
Don't be a terrible roommate. Like, don't even do that. Especially if you're in uni, college.
Oh God! Like try and be clean for once.
Really? Because they'll throw your food away. I swear down.
Honestly, God, they used to leave like rotting food in the.
Really?
Yeah. This is like sometimes they won't, like I don't know whether just the food will rot in. You understand? Or you throw it away now. Problem.
They'll just leave it there.
Hey, only God knows I did not die there.
Thank God for elevation.
Exactly. So thank you guys for watching this video. Like thank you for making it this far. If you watch it, keep watching my videos, keep watching my content. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Watch the ads, please.
But till the next time you see me, I hope you've been enjoying the content I'm giving you so far, and you keep getting more content. You know, it's summer, so we'll be glowing and shining and bringing
vlogs coming.
Exactly, bringing the content to you. Okay, thank you so much. Till next time.